Yo. Welcome back to Tremonte and Friends Boxing. Please like and subscribe to the channel. And we're going to get right into it. Hey, Floyd. Hey, Manny. Y'all got to stop this shit, man. Y'all got to stop. Floyd, you're 48 years old. Manny, you 46 years old. Y'all knock it off, man. I watched y'all fight 2015. Everybody watched it. It wasn't that exciting. Even though I picked Floyd to win, most people picked Floyd to win. It wasn't an exciting fight. It was a few years too late. And you would have built up more buzz if you would have had the rematch within 2 years or so. Y'all wait till y'all almost 50. Do y'all need money? I can give y'all $20 a piece. I could do that. I can give y'all $20 a piece right now. Y'all got to cut it out. The excitement and the money, the revenue that was generated from Crawford versus Canelo on Netflix probably opened up a big world where, like, hey, we can get probably the two biggest pay-per-view stars, you know, prior to Canelo, in our era, which is Manny Pacquiao and Floyd. Let's put them together. A lot of people who were young when the first fight happened, they're not really fully aware of who Floyd was and who Manny was. So let's remind them, and let's do it again. Is this going to be an exhibition? I didn't know. Well, I'm sure they don't have all the details ironed out. Floyd, you're making me mad, man. And this coming from, I think Floyd is the best boxer ever. Ever. I think he's better than Muhammad Ali. I think he's better than Sugar Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray Leonard. I think he's better than everybody. Floyd, I'm going to drop you on my list. You keep this up, man. Stop playing with me, man. I'm going to drop you on my list. You and Manny. I'm going to drop both of y'all on my top fighters list. Because y'all fighting at 50 years old. And y'all don't need to. Or do you need to? Do y'all really need the money? So this might pivot into a different conversation, because you think with all the money that Floyd Mayweather has amassed, all the money that Manny Pacquiao has amassed into their careers, you would think they don't need any money. But we're fans on the outside. And you know how they say perception is reality? Sometimes perception isn't reality. What you see and what you perceive may not be true. A lot of entertainers and athletes have crazy overheads. They have child support. They live a luxurious lifestyle that they cannot sustain throughout the course of their life because their primary income is not coming in. If you're a football player and you're earning $10 million a year, if you're a basketball player, you're earning $20 million a year. A boxer, you're earning $3 to $5 million a fight, and you retire in your 30s, which is what most people in sports do. You know, outside of maybe like NASCAR, maybe like golf. That money you made, and depending on where you live in the United States, it has to sustain you the rest of your life. But you're not indulging in the sport or whatever the industry is anymore. So if you've made $30 million after taxes, right, or for Floyd and Manny, it's much more money, right? And for some reason you don't have it, you see it dwindling down. You're like, okay, I got to get back into this, man. That's why some people, y'all think people have a passion for their sport. He's like, oh, they can't give up because they need it's not the money. They just can't give up because they love the sport. No, they need the money. They need the money. Don't lie to yourselves and don't lie to other people. They need the money. Mike Tyson had $400 million liquid and he went broke. It's not about how much money you make. It's about what you keep. It's about managing your money. I'm not pocket watching nobody. I don't know how much money nobody has. But I know if you keep fighting in the elder age and you're so-called financially set, you're not financially set because you wouldn't be fighting at close to 50 years old. I don't care if it's an exhibition or not. Now, y'all will say, oh, if somebody going to offer you $30 million, you'll do it. If I'm young, Tank Davis, yeah, okay, I'll do it, whatever. If I'm trying to set myself up for retirement. Tank Davis is in his prime. He's not 50. I'm going to drop them on my top fighters list, man. That's what I'm going to do. Who am I? Ain't nobody special. I'm going to drop them, though. Because Manny Pacquiao just fought. He just fought Barrios to a draw. And he probably won. But he couldn't keep up. He couldn't do nothing the last half of the fight because he's almost 50. Stop pointing out Bernard Hopkins. They call him the alien for a reason. He's a different breed. Floyd is an alien too. Floyd's doing exhibitions. But I'm always inclined to critically think about things. When I see fighters, or when I see someone into their 40s and 50s with doing something, and they're not doing it at a high level anymore. I'm like, why? Where does the point in the human fabric, where do we get to the point where we're content with what we have? Let me ask y'all something. If you've been fighting, because this is about boxing, if you've been fighting the majority of your life, since you were 5, 6, 7 years old, around there, right? And you've made the type of money that Manny Pacquiao has made. I'm sure Manny Pacquiao has made $100 million or more. Floyd Mayweather has made much more money. Canelo Alvarez, right? These people. And you're 45, close to 50 years old. And let's say you have like 100, 200 million liquid in your account. This is hypothetical. Would you keep fighting? You're close to 50 years old. You got kids. You got your spouse. You settled down. You've put in your work. You've earned, your keep. Would you keep fighting? If I had to hazard a guess, the answer would be no. You're not going to fight. You're not going to you're not going to go to training camp for 8 to 10 weeks and risk getting your head beat in by somebody for another $50 to $70 million at 50. Your body doesn't respond as fast when you're older versus when you were younger. Would y'all do it? If you looked in your account today and you had $200 million in your account, and somebody was like, hey, I want you to fight, and you're like 49 years old, you're going to be like, nah, I got $200 million. So what's the difference? Contentment is the difference. People are not content. Let me tell you something about Floyd. Floyd likes attention. I'm not sure if Floyd's going to fight Mike Tyson. Why would you even agree to fight Mike Tyson? I'm not saying Floyd can't beat him, but what? Why? You've done everything you could possibly do. You've never taken the L. Why are you fighting Mike Tyson? He doubled back because you announced it the weekend of Canelo versus Crawford. That's when it was announced because he likes attention. After that, you're like, we're going to negotiate with Pacquiao, according to Mike Coppinger. He's negotiating with Pacquiao for 2026. Why are you fighting Manny Pacquiao? It's not for competitive reasons. You already beat him. Floyd doesn't have the money we think he has. And also, he can't stay out of the spotlight. That's the reason he has all of this motion going with these fights. Floyd doesn't care about what y'all think. He cares about money and getting more money because he may not have as much as we think. You're not fighting for legacy. Your legacy's already established. Pacquiao, I don't know what Pacquiao was doing. Pacquiao was a champion like 7, 8 weight classes. Why are you fighting close to 50? Do you need the money over there in the Philippines? I don't know, man. These guys aren't my friends. I don't know these guys. I just admire them for the skill they displayed on screen or inside that ring. But I'm not watching Floyd versus Pacquiao 2, both of them close to 50 years old. I'm not watching that. I'll see the highlights. There'll be a couple old, and they're not old by regular standards. You're old by boxing standards. I'm not watching it. It will be a big event. It will generate a lot of money, but I'm not interested in it. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Floyd versus Manny Pacquiao Part 2, possibly in 2026. Netflix. Do y'all think they should be fighting? Why are they fighting? Don't tell me, they got to make money. They already have money, right? So we think. Peace.